Tonight, turn down the noise of the day and focus on the rest with AGZ, the nightly drink for winding down and resting up. New from AG1. AGZ supports your body's natural sleep cycle with clinically studied key herbs, adaptogens, and minerals in amounts supported by research. And no melatonin, helping you wake feeling rested. Wind down, rest up with AGZ. Learn more at drinkagz.com.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight? Aha! Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
This season on The Dream.
Supplies are being provided by nurses who run out in the middle of the night and purchase diapers. But the hospital is still charging as if they still have these items.
We are digging into every topic we've ever wanted to cover on this show.
It's a spinning plate analogy. The second that you stop spinning those plates, that crashes. So you can never stop working.
The Dream Season 4 comes at you weekly starting Monday, January 20th.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
You guys, welcome to another episode of What's Your Issue? My name is Troy McEady.
And I'm Darlene Sussman.
And this week is very we're in line at the grocery store together. We're gossiping. I'm picking up like Tic Tacs and Snickers and random last minute things. And I have a stack of magazines in my arm kind of vibe. That's the vibe this week, right?
Oh, that is the vibe. Or you're at the salon and your girl is running 10 minutes behind and you say, "Don't worry, Kate. I've got a magazine and I'll be just fine over here. You finish that wash."
For sure. I'm licking my finger, scrolling through it, starting from the back. This is a very starting from the back kind of magazine, correct?
Yes, because you can so quickly flip backwards and forwards and back again, and it's still under 45 minutes.
None of it matters. It's just a giant scrapbook of pictures of celebrities looking bad, and it's very, this week is super indulgent. This is like the podcast equivalent of eating a big giant bag of chips. It's just indulgent. It's just comforting. It's just trashy.
And you're gonna feel like shit after. It feels so good going down though.
Yeah. It's just like sugar.
Oh, sugar baby. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
It's the Pringles of magazines.
Yes.
Should you ask me the age-old question?
Oh my God, Troy. Now you've caught me. I forgot. Okay. Troy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is your issue?
Well, Dara, it is the November 4th, 2013 issue of Star Magazine. And our cover girls are teenage Kendall and Kylie in a car, clearly in the middle of an action shot. And it's one of those classic celebrity pictures where the action shot means they're fucked up because their eyes are rolling back. They're clearly blinking.
Oh, yeah. This, I can't feel too bad for these Kardashian gals, but this feels like a tough one. I feel like they've been done dirty in this picture.
It's also so funny whenever I see pictures on this, or pictures like this, I'm like, did you have to reach and lie? Don't you have pictures of Kendall and Kylie fucked up leaving a club? Did you have to take the one random picture where they're not and try and manipulate us into thinking they were?
Yeah, it could just be we're in the middle of a conversation and we're quite tired. Our eyes are just a little closed.
Yeah.
It's an unflattering picture, but it could be anything.
This art pop could mean anything for sure. And this is peak. They really are. I would say this is almost peak PacSun Kendall and Kylie era. Kylie hasn't done anything to her face yet. She hasn't even gotten her lip fillers yet. They're just teenage taunts. And then it says in like parentheses, if you want to call them that, Scott poured vodka down their throats.
I love that little blurb. It's just so straight to the point and also violent.
It is violent. It's like giving Saw.
It is giving Saw. It's like, are these little girls, or are we making foie gras?
It says, destroyed by their parents' split. They're getting trashed at clubs until 2 a.m., smoking pot, crashing cars with zero supervision, and Bruce blasts Chris. This is all your fault. Where are the girls?
My impressionist king. I love it. I love it.
Girls. Yeah, so I just like really wanted to do something like light and fun and trashy today. We haven't really gone as lowbrow as you and I like to go yet, and this is like as trashy as it gets, really.
Yeah, I was thinking about, what haven't we done yet? And of course, the world of magazines is so expansive. There's many things we haven't done, but I realized that the closest we've done with a tabloid is, I would say, like the Us Weekly with Madonna. And compared to this, that's Vogue compared to Star magazine.
Tell me your relationship to Star. Like, did you grow up, was this one of your favorite trashy magazines?
I think Star felt like more of a hairdresser type of tabloid. I feel like I was most loyal to maybe more of an Us Weekly, or an OK. But Star, if I think back on it, I do remember having the awareness that Star was a little bit trashier. So, I was an equal opportunist tabloid purveyor.
Sure.
So, I will say, I honestly kind of remember this issue. Like when I was reading the cover story, and of course it could have just been regurgitated, the same vibe of the story regurgitated in a bunch of these tabloids, but I feel like the Scott pours vodka down their throat is something that sticks out in my mind as something I remember. But I will say, even more so than just Star magazine on its own, is the year 2013, I feel like, is a really weird year for us, or for me, to like touch on, because in my head 2013 is always like 5 years away or like 3 years away. Like it just happened. And I guess it's because I had just moved to LA. So it didn't feel 10 years ago. And I was kind of like, wow, 2013. Oh yeah, there's no lip filler in this gal yet. Their faces are the original models. Like it's so far away, but yet it feels like yesterday to me. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like it feels like a weirdly naive time, because it's like also like social media was like such a baby, and even like the Kardashians, like they hadn't realized their full power, and like we hadn't realized like what like the impact that they would have. Like I feel like we were like playing with fire with the Kardashians, in the sense that we just didn't know what we were creating. And if we knew, I don't think we would have been so lax about it. Like I think that we all would have been like, oh, we got to shut this down. But we were like naive in how powerful we thought that they could possibly become. I feel like we thought we were in control, but we weren't.
We were never in control.
No.
It feels very pre-Trump. As a collective, we didn't know how bad things could get. And like, I feel like post 2016, maybe we're all a little smarter, but back then we were just babes.
Yeah, there's a naiveness to it. And there's a naiveness to like, even with social media, like us not realizing like that we're sort of on like the Black Mirror cusp. Like if it's about to get fucked up and weird, it's going to happen in like the next couple years, or like right now, basically. But yeah, I totally agree with you. As far as my tabloids go, I mean, like Us Weekly was like my number one. Like that's where I lived, was Us Weekly. There's just something about Us that felt, I don't know, it just felt the most like home to me. But of course, I would find my nose in a Star magazine all the time. Definitely, yeah, like a grocery store thing, like, a hair salon or doctor's appointment thing. And I loved Star because it's such like it's like comforting in the sense that you always kind of know what to expect from it.
Yes.
Like nothing in it is like shocking, and it just feels comforting in a weird way, in like a gross way, I guess.
It also feels like an airport magazine, you know, like you're just grabbing it from a Hudson News, and it's like, this one's for me.
Yeah, and like now that I'm older and have more of a grasp on pop culture, like I do understand that it is like a vehicle for celebrity bullshit. You know, it's a vehicle for them to like sell their weird products and flaunt their PR relationships. And you know, when these people like Farrah Abraham are out doing pap walks holding sponsored butt plugs or whatever, it's like this magazine is the vehicle for someone like her to do that. Like, you know, as much as they are sort of invested in tearing people down and like destroying lives, like they're also a very necessary evil, especially at this time.
Yes,
for a celebrity, you know, they were reliant on these tabloids in a way that is like so different now.
When was the last time you've thumbed through a Star magazine? I feel like I can't remember the last time.
I honestly don't remember the last. I mean, it would have had to have been the last time I was like in a waiting room for sure. Like, I don't recall. And it's crazy to think that I used to like rely on these magazines to get my news. Like, I used to literally withhold this information and like it meant something to me, and like because it's so stupid, you know.
It does take you back to a time that you can't believe ever even existed.
Yeah. We were such babies. Like, we were really...
It's honestly
children,
adorable.
Really. It's funny. It's funny to think, like, I was, like, holding on to this, like, completely useless information, like, about Kelly Pickler's fucking wedding shoes. You know what I mean? Like, who cares?
Now, Troy, I will correct you on that. Sure, in the grand scheme, it seems useless, but look at us now. All of that useless information, you know, we're not going to be curing cancer anytime soon, but gosh darn it, we've got a podcast. And
that is true.
We've got a lot of pertinent information up here, just ready to come out.
That is very true. It did turn us both into like homosexual rain men.
Exactly.
And now we are just full of useless information about manta rays. Shall we get into it?
Let's get into it, baby.
So the first page that I wanted to talk about, unfortunately this week, because this is Star Magazine and the pickings are slim, there are no letters to the editor because Star Magazine wasn't interested in what the readers had to say.
Or they're like, listen, we're not entirely sure that our readers can like construct a letter coherently, right. So we're not going to put them on the spot.
The letters are just like smeared lipstick.
Yeah.
So the first page that I wanted to start with, it's a bit of a doozer. It's a bit of a doozy to start with. It's page 4.
Oh.
And this is when I can't believe that I just so happened to pick a magazine that like happened during this time. But for those who don't remember, there was this moment where Laura Flynn Boyle, for the first time, had gone out. Had become very reclusive over the years. And she had stepped out, gone to I'll never forget this. She went to a grocery store, and it was our first time seeing her face in a pretty long time. And it was
shocking.
Shocking. I don't know if there's another word to describe.
Troy, I mean, I remember it so vividly myself. Like because it had been so long since we had seen her. So at this point, she's a mere 43.
Yeah.
And like to see, I feel like a celebrity that, you know, such a beautiful woman to make this 180 turn was a huge, shocking discovery.
It was. And you know what's so fucked up is like the picture that they have in this magazine isn't even the worst that it gets. Like it actually gets so much worse than this. There's something just so tragic and so Hollywood about a woman like Laura Flynn Boyle who was born with this like unimaginable beauty. I mean, if you grew up watching like Twin Peaks or what was it, The Practice that she was on, Laura Flynn Boyle was like Men in Black. Like she was one of the most beautiful women to ever exist. Twin Peaks era Laura Flynn Boyle. Oh,
come on.
My God, Dara, like, oh my God.
It's an otherworldly sort of timeless beauty that you don't see it every day. You could drop this woman in any time period and she would fit in. Like she looks like she should be painted.
That's exactly it. She's the beauty standard for every decade.
Yes.
somehow.
Somehow, some way.
Yeah, and she's got that, she had that face lottery thing where she has pitch black, natural dark hair and crystal liquid pool blue eyes.
Oh, and when you see those eyes in Twin Peaks.
Oh, my God. Her face in front of a Twin Peaks soundtrack.
Oh.
And I'm just like, give me, just her face with David Lynch music behind it is pornographic.
I'm about to shut the computer and just put on Twin Peaks right now. Oh my God.
And the other really fucked up thing about Laura Flynn Boyle is that the more sort of unrecognizable she got, you could tell that she really got kind of chewed up and spat out by the Hollywood machine.
Mm-hmm.
And she stopped acting. And it was just all of a sudden out of nowhere, Laura Flynn Boyle was not an actor anymore. And we never really saw her in anything.
I feel like I sort of don't remember when that transition was, because I think by the time I had seen Twin Peaks, she was already in her reclusive stage. And I had already known her from The Practice when that was actually on TV. But when I had seen Twin Peaks, she was already kind of gone. So I don't feel like I have a great awareness of what the lead up was to her sort of disappearing. Was it just all of a sudden?
I think that it was more of a slow burn than any of us probably realized.
Yeah.
But I remember, wasn't she publicly dating Jack Nicholson?
Yes. Okay. So, and actually, I was just Googling her, and there's something that came out this year, and she was talking about how she still sort of talks to Jack, and there's also David Spade said on his podcast, and she also dated him, David Spade. When they were together, her and David, Jack Nicholson, they were out and he saw them and he went up to her and asked her out in front of her boyfriend, David Spade. And when Jack walked away, she was like, David, what the fuck? And he was like, sorry, what was it? It's Jack Nicholson.
It's Jack Nicholson, what do you do?
I'm David Spade. What do you want me to do?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Kind of they were an iconic couple, her and Jack.
Yeah. Also, David Spade must just have a giant penis because what the fuck?
He must.
There's no reason. David Spade is not so funny that you fall into bed with him. I'm sorry. He just isn't.
No. He also date Caitlyn Carter before she was with Brody?
He did.
Wow. And now I will say, when I found that out, so she's from New Hampshire and she went to UNH, and I was like, okay, yeah, she moved out to LA. She went to her first stone of David Spade, and then she did a little frog jump over to Brody.
I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense. He feels like that kind of guy, launching pad into LA life guy.
Yeah. Oh, all the comedy guys.
Yeah.
The old comedy guys are ladies, if you're planning on moving out to Los Angeles, find yourself an old comedy man.
If I'm sure that they have a leather couch that they wouldn't mind you sleeping on.
Yes.
So I just want to read a tiny bit of this. How did Laura Flynn Boyle get so ugly? That's basically what the article is. It says, what happened? Bloated, ruddy, downright odd looking. Laura was virtually unrecognizable as the stunning star of The Practice in Twin Peaks and appeared decades older than her actual age of 43. 43. Oh my God, that's a hard 43.
Yeah.
The cause? Bad plastic surgery, says Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Dr. John Lakey. He said, quote, Laura seems to have had too much Botox and filler. She seems to have lost the ability to smile, which can be caused by overfilling and by the overuse of Botox below the eyes. Heavy Botox between the eyes can force the eyebrows far apart and cause the eyelids to droop. And this is kind of the beginning of us using the term pillow face.
Oh, well, but also what's crazy, it's yes, there's definitely some filler going on here, but I'm surprised they're not saying the most obvious thing. Filler doesn't make you ruddy. Alcoholism does.
Yeah.
And it's yes, some of the, her filled lips and all of that, but this is very severe alcohol bloat.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we came to. Now, I don't know if it was Laura that had come out and said that, but then slowly it had become kind of more public that she was just kind of dealing with some insane addiction issues.
Well, there was the picture of her, I think this was years later. She's in a car and she's like drinking from a whiskey bottle, and then she like puts it back into her purse. But that was years later. But apparently she's been sober for 5 years.
Well, good for her.
Which we love that. We love to hear that.
And that, you know, we can move on from her. I don't want to spend the whole hour talking about Laura, but like I will say it does suck when somebody... It wasn't even just that she was beautiful. She was an incredible actor.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely insane. Such a good actor. And I just miss her brand of that, like, dark, brooding thing. Like, she was just so good at that. So we are going to mosey on over to page 6. No pun intended. And this is peak Miley, tongue hanging out, bangers era, just cut her hair, appropriating culture, Miley Cyrus. She's on a booze and drug bender. She can't be tamed.
She is a wrecking ball.
She really made 2013 like really memorable and really fun.
Now, was this around the time, I'm blanking on his name, the fucking old guy, Wayne Coyne?
Wayne, yeah.
And it was her and Wayne and his child bride.
No, so that was like a year or so later.
Yeah, okay.
It was like her transition out of her Thug Mrs. era and transition into like her psychedelic.
Yeah, like Dead Pets,
pill popping, you know, where she would like, her hair was still just as short, but she would take just like maybe 1 or 2 extensions tracks and just stick them on the sides of her head and braid them. You know?
Yeah.
And like Miley was really on one. You know, but it's the thing that I've always found really interesting about Miley is that she has been able to naturally just transition in a way that not a lot of other pop stars have been awarded. And I think that with the hits and with the misses, it's led to her being like a much more self-aware, confident, sure of herself artist because we allowed her to like do all the things. Now, we punished her during it, but she was still allowed to do it.
And I do think it kind of reminds me of what we were talking about in our last episode about Rihanna and how she kind of made her transition and then went from just, you know, pop girly to a sort of respected artist. And I feel like Miley is now at a place where people, you know, put some respect on her name. And I feel like similarly, they both have an authenticity that I think maybe in general people really respond to, and that maybe allows the way that they were able to sort of reinvent them. I mean, Miley much more so than Rihanna because she's had several eras. Like, I feel like she's settled into something that feels very mature and like her and authentic, and I think that's nice.
I agree, and I think she's like painted herself into this really interesting corner where now she can just kind of do whatever she wants. Like, nothing feels weird. If Miley comes out and does like an 80s glam rock thing, like that feels normal. Or if she does like a full folk, you know, guitar strumming barefoot thing, like full Jenny from Forrest Gump, that also feels very normal. She can literally do anything now because we've seen her do all the things. And like at the end of the day, even if she was going through like a phase that you didn't really care for, there was still like some good artistry there.
Yeah.
You know, like there's always good music and there's always like good performances, and like even Dead Pets, which is like not my favorite. I look back and I'm like, there was some like really fun moments there. There was some great music. Like it's always like in some way fun to watch.
And there always feels to her just like, I feel like I look at her, I'm like, you know, I feel like you're as good as they get as far as celebrities go. You feel like a good person as much as a very rich and famous person can't be.
Well, especially like a child star.
Yeah.
You know, like a former child star and like the child star. Like it could have gone really bad for Miss Smiley.
Miss Smiley. I guess one of the things I do love so much about her is she is just very matter of fact about her life. And even though I'm sure there's still quite a bit of a PR machine around her and everything getting filtered through that, it still feels, I don't know, it still feels like she's giving it to you straight. She's leveling with you. And I appreciate that. I have nothing but great things to say about Miley, okay?
Well, Star Magazine doesn't feel the same. They said Miley Cyrus's bad girl persona isn't just a PR stunt. Star can reveal that on October 16th, the young star went on yet another bender, and this time at Beecher's Madhouse nightclub in Hollywood. Miley was completely out of it, says an eyewitness. She adds, while wearing the same Poison jersey that she wore on Saturday Night Live, Miley rolled and smoked multiple blunts, at least 7, and it was a stoned haze the whole time. The singer also guzzled a $100,000 bottle of champagne and flirted with numerous men, including her producer Mike Will Made It. Miley was straddling one guy and made out with Mike at the end of the night. Tattle is a witness. She was a complete train wreck. It was just bizarre behavior. Yeah, it's so bizarre for a 21-year-old girl to be out at a club drinking champagne, making out with boys, and smoking weed. Girl.
Get a life. I will say, I feel that Beecher's Madhouse was the end of nightclub culture in Hollywood. Like, I feel like Beecher's was the last, like, cool place to go that you would hear about, and, like, celebrities going there or having their birthdays there. I think after this, there's never a place like that again.
Interesting. Is Beecher's closed?
Yeah. I think it might have closed in like 2015 or something like that, or maybe even later. But I just remember like 2013, 2014, Beecher's was cool. And then after that, it's like, yeah, you have your celebrity hotspots, but it's not like the club vibe like this.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense, because that would have been the end of like old school club culture.
Yeah. And I mean, everybody already has a phone at this point, but 2014, it's like, and everybody has Instagram and people are more aware of all of that stuff. And then it's the end.
Have you ever seen that video of Shakira discovering a camera with a phone on it for the first time?
Yes.
I don't know why that's just what that made me think of. When she's like, think about how dangerous this could be. People with phones that are or with cameras that are so mobile. And then cut to the end of nightclub era. We can now jump to...
Oh, wait, I do actually just love this Lily Collins on page 6. Lily Collins, out of control ego. And it's just a little blurb saying what a friggin' bitch she is. And my favorite thing, it says, the actress, quote, will completely ignore anyone who isn't A-list, says a source. And at a recent party in Bel Air, she literally threw her cocktail on the carpet because she didn't like it. Everyone was horrified.
What a little taunt bitch.
If she actually did that, I like her 20 times more. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Just being at a party, if someone just says, I don't like it, and just drops it.
I love it says, she'll demand to bring her own stylist and is so prissy that she refuses to use a bathroom that's been used by someone else. Her ego is going to ruin her career if she doesn't get herself in check. I'm obsessed. I love it.
It also kind of feels like a 30 Rock version of a celebrity where it's like, sorry, someone's used this bathroom before. I'm going to need you to build a new one.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. To be written about as a diva, like a little like starlet diva like that, has always been my dream. Like, I just would give anything.
We'll make it happen, Troy.
Please. Rumor is he's such a priss. He won't use the bathroom if somebody else has used it. Like, what? So we're going to jump to our cover story, Lost Little Girls, on page 36.
Oh, sorry. I just got distracted because I was scrolling through the pages and I thought I saw Alex McCord in a weight loss ad, but it wasn't her.
My heart almost stopped. I would have literally said, let's just end it and talk about that. Kendall and Kylie, lost little girls. Oh. The Kardashians' youngest sisters are spiraling into train wreck territory, and their family is leading the way. Drunk at 2 a.m. on a school night.
Not a school night. Honey, they haven't been to school in years. Get a grip. It's just a night.
Oh. These little girls can't read. Oh, it is so... This is just... And it's all Scott's fault. Now, I will say, I really cannot imagine being a young girl, being Kylie and Kendall, having all these hot, young, starlit, whore, coked out friends, and then you have Scott, the literal cloaked wolf, in your house.
No.
I honestly, I can't imagine that, if I'm being completely honest with you.
No, I'm sorry. If I were a mother, I would not allow like a man near my child of this age. It's like, no. You are my other daughters. boyfriend,
Yeah.
and you will stay with her. You are not going near my younger children. There is no reason why a man of this age ever needs to fraternize with young women like this outside of like pass the turnip at Thanksgiving. That's the only words that this man should be speaking to them.
Well, you know, the blind item rumor has always been that Scott used to either try to fuck Kylie or has fucked Kylie, and that it's like the big family secret. And I used to think that that was like really insane and far off until I realized that we're talking about the Kardashians, A, and B, it's like Kourtney just married Kim's former love of her life.
Yeah. No, I think it's true not only just because it's the Kardashians, but I also just think that families are so fucked up when it comes to like sex or people fucking weird people within the family. Like, I just think there's so much more under the surface and so many more secrets surrounding that stuff than we ever realize. And this is a fucked up family. So 100% I'm sure it happened.
Well, I always say there's nothing more fucked up than an entertainment family.
Absolutely. Or an Irish Catholic family.
Hello. Like the lines are so blurred as far as like what is appropriate, what is inappropriate, siblings fucking the same people. You know, I mean, it's like nothing is too weird for an entertainment family, you know, and especially the Kardashians. Like,
no, they don't play by the same rules of like humankind. They just living in LA in general and being a rich person in LA, that makes you friggin' weird. But then to be the Kardashians, there are no boundaries.
Yeah, I just like, for sure. And like if you put, I believe that if we put all of these people on a lie detector test, we would find out that like Scott has fucked a bunch with them. I'm not kidding. Like Scott has probably fucked Kylie, he's probably fucked Khloe. Like I would not be, to have this man around for this many years.
And why? Why?
Yeah, exactly. Why? Hello. So it says, for most teenagers, Tuesday is a school night. This sounds like the beginning of like a 70s horror movie. For most teenagers, Tuesday is a school night. But for Kendall and Kylie Jenner, the late hours of October 15th, a Tuesday, were spent downing countless shots of vodka, gyrating provocatively with topless dancers, and then staggering out of a 21 and over sex-themed nightclub at 2 a.m. before collapsing into the backseat of a waiting Bentley. And right there with them, aiding and abetting their debauchery. It's so dramatic. I'm sorry. Were two older relatives who should have been looking out for the girls, quasi-brother-in-law Scott Disick and big sister Khloe Kardashian. Of course, October 15th wasn't necessarily a real school night for Kendall and Kylie. They don't attend traditional school. The pair have been homeschooled ever since they attained notoriety, co-starring on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now, no longer regularly surrounded by kids their own age, the teens have been thrust into the world of their family, who have made headlines for sex tapes, drugs, and alcohol abuse, and relationship crises. Not to mention their willingness to endorse practically any product for profit. Yeah, this would have been Shape Up's era, Kim,
Yep.
wouldn't it? Wouldn't this have been Skechers, Kim?
Oh my God, Shape Ups. Oh, we all thought we were working our tush.
I have so many like very intense memories of like my coworkers wearing Shape Ups and like them gliding towards me like they're wearing fucking moon shoes.
And everyone was breaking their ankles.
Yeah. And then like you couldn't stand idle in Shape Ups. You had to, like, so they would just be like waddling back and forth and swaying to and from with their calves like shaking. I will say, if I'm being completely honest with you, and this won't come as any shock, I would have for sure fucked this era Scott.
Oh, he's
like,
so hot this era.
Oh my God. The picture of him like drinking a vodka cran next to Ken, I'm like, he is, he's so hot.
That arm, that watch.
Uh-huh.
I love a man's arm with a watch. Is that too broad, actually?
No, it's really not. I immediately understood it.
You know that thing when a man has a watch?
It's because as women, we picture our fingers wrapped around it. We can't help it.
I'm just picturing myself being like, oh my God, look, I can't even get both my fingers around your wrist.
There's so many veins. That's crazy. So that happens from working out? Oh, that's crazy.
Oh my God, what do you bench?
Are you like super strong? Could you like pick me up? No, you couldn't.
Oh my God, no, put me down.
Don't try.
Oh my God, my underwear.
Oh my God, pull my skirt back down. Pull my skirt back down. Oh, I also love this little Girls Gone Wild thing in the middle. They're really hamming this up. On October 15th, Kendall and Kylie attended a fashion show with Scott, who had been giving Kylie vodka shots. They later met up with Chloe at a nightclub where they partied themselves into oblivion. It was really sad to see how out of control Kendall and Kylie were, says a witness. They looked like two little kids dancing inappropriately and downing alcohol like nobody's business.
I mean, they do look like two little girls at this point. Oh, wow. Here's another hot picture of Scott. Oops.
Yeah.
His hair looks so nice.
It's so Brody coated. It's like thick and shiny and beautiful.
And I love that color. Like a chestnut.
Yeah. Oh, he looks so good. He looks so good with glass eyes. Oh. And this is also, so it should be noted, this is like peak Justin Bieber in their lives era as well as rapper Lil Twist. Remember when Lil Twist took the heat for Justin, like egging a home?
Oh my God. Yeah.
He was like, Lil Twist did it. As he's like standing with a slingshot in his hand. He's like, it wasn't me, it was Lil Twist.
Justin, you have yolk on your shoe.
You're literally holding an egg, Justin. It says, before the show even started, Scott was demanding drinks from the bartender in the VIP area. He screamed, I need 10 vodka sodas for my girls and their crew, now!
Oh.
Scott pulled Kylie to the side and forced a shot of vodka down her throat, and then gave her another one 2 minutes later. Kylie almost spit out the second shot, but she held it in and started laughing after wiping her mouth. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you take a shot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Scott is 30 years old. Any manner of terrible things could have happened because it's, as a 30-year-old man, I just don't trust you when you even want to spend time with like people this young. It's not just like, oh, I took him out to dinner. It's like, why would you want to go to a club with teenagers? Except for the fact that you're a friggin' creep.
That's where I know that he definitely has either tried something with Kylie or has fully done it, because for one thing, he also like fully watched Sophia Richie grow up. It's not like he met her when she was like, you know, he knew her as a literal child. Yeah. So what's the difference really? And also like he was such a menace. Like this is the same man that was like shoving money down waiters' throats and shit. Like you can't tell me that he didn't, living in this house with all of these like girls where it's like a free for all and they're filming sex tapes and their mom is pushing them to do crazy shit.
And there's no oversight in the home. There's no you know, I always say about Kendall and Kylie, they weren't raised, they were babysat.
Very that.
So, you know, there are no boundaries. And there's probably very little distinction between ages of like, no, this is inappropriate for them to be doing this because they're younger than you. It's just like a free-for-all.
God, free-for-all era Scott. Lord Jesus, protect. I can't believe that we all made it through, to be honest. We can move on from the drug and booze bender on October 15th. If we skip to page 42... there's an interesting article about A-Rod. It's called Foul Play, How A-Rod Duped Hollywood's A-List Leading Ladies. And it's like basically an article about how he like tricks these women into these relationships. He fucks them and leaves them.
He gives them a gift bag with a signed ball, and that was A-Rod, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Blink twice?
I sure the fuck did.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Interesting. I had some mixed feelings, but
really,
the part of the movie with all of the gift bags, was that an A-Rod wink and a nod?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's what my head went to, but I wasn't sure.
Well, now that you mention it, I mean that would make complete sense. I just did not. My mind did not go there.
I'm just always thinking of
funny.
A-Rod, you know.
You're always thinking of Mr. Herpes A-Rod. What do you think about him? Like, are you attracted to him? Do you understand the hype, or do
I
you
never
not
did.
get it?
I never got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I understand in the sense of, I guess I always looked at it as he was on, you know, the best baseball team, and he was like the best guy on the best baseball team, when I feel like the Yankees were, that was important. I don't know, baseball was important back then. So I understood that. But yeah, he's not exactly someone who I find particularly attractive. I'm not really like a sports, like athlete kind of gal.
Yeah, no, that's not. I just can't help but think that all athletes are just like very stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like bird brain idiots. So like, I've never been attracted to him. But my theory is that he's one of those guys that like his attraction meter raises based on who he dates. So at a certain point, it's just curiosity. Like, it's more so people just wanting to know like, what is all the hype about?
I guess I did find it really interesting that he dated Madonna. Like, that to me felt kind of out of left field. So that was intriguing in a way of like, huh, okay. You know, it's when one woman co-signs someone, then it's like, oh, okay, then if Madonna says he's cool, then he must be. And it's like, well.
Yeah, exactly. And when I think of Madonna dating people, I just think like she's into some freaky, crazy shit. So I'm always like, whoever she dates, I'm like, oh, so they're into some freaky, crazy shit too, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's been pegged for sure.
Oh, I wonder what it was like with him and Cameron. I feel like Cameron's pretty crazy.
Oh, for sure. Cameron is a wild girl. Yes.
I mean, her early days of the like S&M, those shoots that she had before she was famous.
Well, it's ironic that you mention her because they open up the article with her, and I just love this opening quote so much. They say, Cameron Diaz was home in Los Angeles when a friend called with horrible news. According to a new tell-all, her ex-boyfriend Alex Rodriguez had been cheating on her with hookers throughout their year-and-a-half romance. He hired them so frequently that she even nearly walked in on one of their trysts. Cameron was absolutely horrified, says an insider. They were in a very serious relationship during that time, so it's just unbelievable to her. She felt like she was punched in the stomach. In his upcoming book, House of Outrageous Fortune, 15 Central Park West, The World's Most Powerful Address, author Michael Gross claims that in 2010, while A-Rod was living in the $30,000 a month New York City apartment and dating Cameron, prostitutes visited almost as often as she did. He got hookers all the time, a building worker says of A-Rod, usually 2 at a time, 2 times a week. One time he had 2 go upstairs, they came down and left, and 10 minutes later Cameron Diaz walked in, says an insider. I hate the guy. He thought he was God.
Ooh.
That checks out. It's like, yeah, of course he thinks he's fucking God. He's dated Madonna and Kate Hudson and Cameron Diaz and everybody.
That's the other thing about sports guys. They can do something so physically impressive. There's too much going on for them. They can't be trusted.
They're not meant to be. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty realistic about things like that, where I'm like, I'm not going to date somebody like A-Rod and think that he's going to be loyal to me. I just would never do that to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't allow myself to even go there. I'd be like, listen, obviously we're both going to be fucking other people. I'm not going to be sitting around here waiting for you to come home every night. Just don't be an asshole.
Absolutely. Don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me.
That's all we're asking for. And I feel like, like someone like Madonna would be like, don't embarrass me. Cameron, I feel like Cameron maybe could be on that level as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Cameron is like probably a cool, chill girl.
Yeah.
We can be open and do whatever. Just don't embarrass me. Now, Kate Hudson, on the other hand, I don't see that.
No, I do not see that, mama.
No. And this claims, I don't know if this is like common knowledge. Maybe I just didn't know this. So it says the new hooker claims are the sleaziest in A-Rod's long history of repeated infidelities. In 2007, while he was still married to his former wife, Cynthia, stories started to surface that Alex was getting cozy with an exotic dancer named Jocelyn. Then shortly after Cynthia gave birth to their second child, that's when rumors started that he was having an affair with Madonna. And Cynthia later claimed in the divorce papers that her husband engaged in extramarital affairs. So he cheated on his wife with Madonna.
Can you imagine hearing that news?
Oh my God, I would be like, I don't know if I'd be honored or pissed. I don't even know what would come out of it.
Exactly. It's so, on the one hand, it is like, well, if he's gonna cheat, I mean, okay. But also, I feel like Madonna is so up there. You look at him and you're like, okay, yes, you're famous. But Cynthia, it's not like Cynthia was this famous person. You know, she's kind of just like a run-of-the-mill person. So to have it be Madonna, I feel it must feel very surreal.
Imagine telling your friends, he cheated with Madonna. No, it's true. I'm not kidding. I'm not making it up. He cheated with Madonna.
I'm just picturing you, like, I don't know, surrounded by, like, Diane Keaton and Meryl Streep. Like, who was it? Madonna. Oh, my God.
That bitch. It's like, you know that scene in Goodfellas when she's, like, meeting, like, all, like, the other women?
Yes.
And she's like, they all had horrible makeup and terrible hair. Like, she, like, doesn't get it. Like, that's who I'd be surrounded by. But no, yeah, if anybody listening, because I'm sure one of our listeners has to have an A-Rod story. If you have encountered A-Rod at a club, if you've hooked up with A-Rod, like, let us know. I just want to know what the fuss is about. Basically, if you know what A-Rod's penis looks like, write in.
Please.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, I implore you all to skip to page 72 in your textbooks. This is Star Weekly Awards. This is the roundup of the worst and best and downright strange. And these things could not be more 2013. Some of them are so funny. The first one that sticks out is the most charitable celebrity, being none other than Mrs. Justin Bieber herself, Ellen DeGeneres. And it says, ironically, when Ellen DeGeneres heard that a waitress paid the tab for her patrons, 2 National Guard soldiers furloughed because of the government shutdown, Ellen gifted the good-hearted server with a $10,000 check. Now, that's ironic given the fact that, like, a big part of her downfall was how bad she treats service people.
Yeah. Is this just something that her PR person wrote in to start, hey guys, can you just say that Ellen wrote a check to some server? Just, like, handed her a $10,000 check.
See, that's exactly what I mean when I say that this magazine is a vehicle for, like, celebrity bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, first of all, who's fact-checking that? Like, who's looking that up to see if it really happened? You can... In what restaurant? In what city? Where were we?
And why did she write her a check instead of just, like a $10,000 check seems... You would just, you know, on the tip line, be like, and $1,000 tip. Is she really pulling out the checkbook? And like, excuse me, server, what's your name?
She has like a big, huge, giant Publishers Clearinghouse check to cover the tab. Especially for a woman who like intensely goes out of her way to get servers fired. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, no, this never happened.
I also love this one, the newest photo fad. Adios, duck face. Sparrow face is the new look for selfie lovers. Like Miley Cyrus and Lindsay Lohan, the pursed lip pose, akin to a baby bird asking for food, originated in Japan, where the name Chungao translates to chirp face.
Oh.
So, remember the 2013 chirp face fad?
Yep.
That we just couldn't escape?
God, you see millennials to this day still doing the chirp face, and it's like, girls, we gotta find something new.
The classic Chungao. I mean, so funny. We also have the last time that this young man was famous, call it a breakup bonus. Chris Humphries crashed in on his divorce from Kim Kardashian, auctioning off the 16-karat engagement ring that he gave her. Too bad he can't buy back his dignity.
Oh.
Now, speaking of Chris Humphrey and the Kardashians, I believe that Chris Humphries is the ultimate turning point in the Kardashian zeitgeist. I believe it was the true fork in the road moment.
I can completely see that. Say more. It feels like, that was when they truly like jumped the shark of, you know, what we're up to. We are doing it for the money, for the praise. We are capable of anything.
Yeah, pretty much that. It was very like eye-opening as far as like what they were like willing to do to like stay famous. It was the biggest story that we had ever gotten from them up to that point. And also, I just feel like it changed how we view them. Like, we really hated Kim after that. Like, do you remember that was like...
That, yeah.
It felt at that moment like it was done. It was like, oh, it's over. Like, we'll never.
She spit on the sanctity of straight marriage.
Yeah. You have all these celebrities who's saying that they won't get married until the gays can, and then you have her. I mean, you had Lena Dunham being like, Jack Antonoff and I refuse marriage until our friends can get married too. And that's how it was viewed. Yeah, it was very like, oh, like, they don't care about marriage. And like, by the way, as we're like watching The Bachelor every week. Like,
exactly.
But yeah, I think that we kind of thought that at that point, like, we would kill the Tamagotchi, and then all of a sudden it was like back and back. It was like Megan. Oh, it came back in control.
A Tamagotchi was killed, and it came back as a Megan, bigger and stronger.
Yeah, body rolling. Oh my God, that's Johnny Depp.
Oh,
good God, have mercy.
He needs some toner on that blonde.
Yeah, looks like a high school swimmer. Obviously, we're going to post this on Patreon, this full magazine, and this is a really fun little time capsule. Like, we often forget about, like, 2013, 2014, 2012. Like, I think it has a lot to do with what you said earlier, that it doesn't feel so long ago.
Yeah.
So we kind of forget to be nostalgic about it until we do realize it was so long ago at this point. So this was fun.
It was fun.
But yeah, listen, there will be many, 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 many more trashy tabloid episodes of this podcast. I'm glad that we finally did one, though.
We broke the seal, and now there's many more to come.
Yeah. Well, this was fun, Dara. Thank you so much for joining me down this journey of Star Magazine in 2013 with these salacious horror teen taunts, Kylie and Kendall.
It was a privilege, truly.
But thank you guys so much for listening. Of course, this conversation continues always on Patreon. Mm-hmm. We have all kinds of wacky, crazy shit over there now. And you will be able to see this full, highly HD, beautifully scanned magazine over there.
It's just, you could just bathe in the pixels of this magazine.
It's a Chris Humphries kiss.
And yeah, follow us on Instagram and give us a rating and review. Please.
It's necessary for us.
All right, well, we love you.
Bye.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
This season on The Dream.
Supplies are being provided by nurses who run out in the middle of the night and purchase diapers, but the hospital is still charging as if they still have these items.
We are digging into every topic we've ever wanted to cover on this show.
It's a spinning plate analogy. The second that you stop spinning those plates, that crashes. So you can never stop working.
The Dream Season 4 comes at you weekly starting Monday, January 20th.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.